Rach.
Hello, Krystyn.
It's a day. It's a
is.
week. It's a couple of weeks.
I feel like it's just been a whole vibe.
Mm-hmm.
The energy and the alignment and just life in general and all of it. It's been a lot.
Yeah.
Have you had any recent encounters thus far in this summer as far as energy goes? We can talk about last week for me.
I've had a lot of signs coming my way, and namely in getting hit in the head with shit.
It's kind of funny, but not funny because it physically hurts. But it's funny that it's happened so much in a short period of time.
Right. Within 24 hours. This is how I'm starting my hot mom summer, guys.
Like you've gotten hit 4 times in the forehead.
Right. My goose egg
God,
is
4.
My goose egg is finally coming down.
What's her name? Oh,
that's
can
Rihanna.
See it now.
You can see it. You have to be at the right angle to see it now.
Yes, there's a bruise. A bruise is forming.
Yeah.
It's forming on your forehead.
It just got a little spicy.
So yeah, hot moms summer.
Right. Yeah, I definitely have been getting lots of signs. We have had a great blue heron that has come into our yard and made eyes at me twice now. We don't live near, we don't live on a lake or on a pond. I mean, I know that at least a 10 to 15 minute drive down the road, there's a park where great blue herons, reside.
Yes.
But I've never, ever, I've lived here 10 years. I've never seen a great blue heron here.
Yeah.
And he has come twice this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's been kind of wild.
Mother Nature's rearing her force the past 7 days as well. Just making herself known.
Yeah.
So much rain. So almost like it's not one of those soothing, gentle rains. It's an aggressive,
wash all the shit away, right?
Dangerous. Be careful. Don't fucking play in floodwater, Rachael.
What episode was that we talked about that?
Oh God, that's going back to season 1.
Yeah. Season 1, we do talk about an encounter that Rachael had as a child where she was playing in floodwater and almost got swept away. Yeah.
It was dangerous. It was not cool. And my mom had an intuitional whoop. Like right as I was
is it intuitional
intuitional
whoop? Is that different than a whop?
A whop? Oh my God. Not to be confused with WAP.
WAP.
Because Mary Mar would not be associated with that at all.
I did, I trolled my family one time, actually Charlie's family, not meaning to troll them, but I made an invitation for Thanksgiving and just said, who's bringing the WAP? And then underneath it said warm apple pie.
Oh my God. That's pronounced WAP.
WAP. Is it WAP or WAP? It's WAP. WAP.
And we know what it stands for. Well, Kira probably doesn't, but okay. The first time my dad figured that out was a great conversation that I had with him. And I, at one point, was like, this is not, let's just move on, Dad.
Anyway.
Let's welcome
everybody. And
yep.
To
start. And then I was like,
hot mom summer.
All right.
Welcome
to Two Mystic Mamas. Okay. Hot mom summer.
Yep.
Let's just start off with the definition is subjective, but it does stem from a Megan Thee Stallion song.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm. Hot Girl Summer.
Oh, I see.
Now.
Thought you were going to give me some very deep history on the hot mom summer.
Back in 1645, hot moms back then.
They were just hot because they had 85 layers
of clothes on. I know. I was like, let's talk about their clothes. Man, I am just all over the place with not knowing my.
You're really swallowing up that Jason Kelsey mic today.
God bless. Yeah, hot mom summer for me, probably for you too, has taken on the literal meaning of the word hot. Like I'm just physically hot all of the time.
Well, I think for us, hot mom summer is more about like your soul energy than it is about like body pressure, right? Because typically you
Body
think,
pressure.
no, body image pressure.
Oh, body. Well, that's a key word to add there because I'm thinking body pressure,
What do you mean?
like blood pressure, like body blood pressure, like everything in your body is under pressure, like you're being squeezed. Anyways,
Back to the corsets of the 1600s we go.
yes.
What does it mean to reconnect with yourself, to feel like yourself again inside and out, especially when you are running every which way and you don't know which way is up?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because summer brings a definite dynamic to the school's out. Summer is in play. So naturally, Chris and I will be talking from the perspective of we have children. So this is the season of life that we are currently in. But this is still amazing information for those women and men that are listening that don't necessarily have kids, but can still relate to just the pressures that we put on ourselves to get all of the things done. And then when you have the summer activities come into play, it can almost be amplified because now you're like, you have to go to these events, you have to do these things. There's like festivals and all, there's all of these like parties, and it can, again, if you let it kind of snowball, it can get a little out of control and start to build upon itself. So we're going to give you guys some tips and tricks and things and experiences from our perspective that can bring back the rest and relaxation and being present in the moment.
I think for me, a lot of times I'm so busy and so like I'm always thinking about what I need to do to be productive. It's about what I need to say yes to. And I have to frame it that way for myself instead of you need to say no to X, Y, and Z. So I could say no to a bajillion things, right? And that would be both easy and hard to do at the same time. But it's about choosing where I want to say yes and intentionally putting my time when I don't have the laundry list of things that I have to say yes to.
In addition to what you're saying, how do you have that same mindset when you are also taking into account Evie's schedule
And Charlie's schedule.
and Charlie's schedule? Yeah.
Right. I have to carve out time. And we were just talking about this because now the whole schedule is different. Evie has 2 practices before noon ever hits, 5 days a week. And then she has evening practices and meets and lessons and all the things. So I think that I need to find a way to rest midday so that I can get up earlier and have like 1 extra hour for my things. Because most of the time I'm doing okay getting my stuff in that I like routinely do, gratitudes, meditations, stuff like that. But, it is also kind of the first thing that can go when shit hits the fan, schedule wise.
Yeah.
So it's just about finding new pockets of time. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to hot mom summer. I'm going to glow up. I'm going to blah, 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 all the things. And I had a whole plan for myself. And we are a week in. Well, I mean, when this comes out, we're mid-July, but we're recording this. We're a week in
Yes.
to the kids being out of school.
Right.
And none of those things on my list have gotten done. But we also had extenuating circumstances with
you guys
in
had
the past week.
Yeah. What are some of the things on the list about like glow up? I always think that's such an interesting term that has recently, I feel like recently come into society. I don't remember ever hearing glow up 15 years ago. So how would you?
For me, it's a couple of things. One, it is leaning back into somatics because I have trauma in my body that I still need to heal. So that's one of the things is like, how can I lean into my somatic practice and do that on a regular basis so that I have consistency in that healing process?
For our listeners, we should just revisit if we have any new listeners about
if we have any new listeners. We did an episode with Vanessa Sestina on somatic therapy, which is really rooted in getting back in touch with your body and healing in a very grounded way. She also does life coaching and executive function coaching, all sorts of things that deal with the somatic practices.
It is a fabulous modality.
It's life-changing.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
It really is. Yeah.
I will sing her praises a million times over.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
So leaning into that. And then also like, you know, when we're running around and like Charlie has to get somewhere and Evie has to get somewhere and I have stuff I need to do and everybody needs food cooked for the day. I do all of those things. And the last thing that I do for myself ever is like take care with like my outfit, my hair, my makeup, anything like that. Like,
yep.
Doesn't fucking happen.
I've been trying to focus more on that.
Me too. And our girls are a source of inspiration, if I'm honest, because like,
oh, for sure.
Even though Evie has, I mean, she doesn't have a job, but you know, sometimes she's at practice or swim or whatever, like 6+ hours a day. And she's still like making the time to, you know, FaceTime with her friends in the morning and do her skincare and do her makeup and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because she cares about it.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to a woman, she's a medium, a social influencer, if you will. And she was talking about how, you know, our team of light, when we take the time to do our hair and do our makeup, it does make a difference in manifesting abundance. It has a lot to do with that. I have gotten to the place in my season of life where I don't need all of the steps of doing hair and makeup, just a few, right? Because before it would stress me out to even think about it, and I'd be like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'll put on moisturizer and that's it. And that, you know, that's taking care of my skin. I'm good to go. Now I've really tried to at least do like 5 or 6 different things just to give myself some zhuzh.
Love a good zhuzh.
Zhuzh. Even though I am an all natural kind of girl, like I like to be comfortable in my own skin physically and mentally and spiritually. And this is projection, but there's a lot of women that I see where I can sense their energy and they look amazing. And they are to the nines, head to toe, put together. And it's like, what's the facade? Like, what are you hiding behind? But that's a reflection back on me to say, you've let yourself go. You can step up and take care of yourself just like that. If that's something that you want, go after it.
Well,
it's not unattainable.
Right. And I think the important part when I think about this is it's not necessarily about what I look like after I do my hair or my makeup or whatever. It's about the intention that I'm putting in to doing that and an act of self-care where I'm actually intentionally putting time aside to take care of myself in some little way.
Yes.
And romanticizing little tidbits, little tidbits in my life.
Finish that thought.
I would like to romanticize the tits. I think that's where I left off.
Oh, boob love.
Oh man. It's just like those daily moments of enchantment, right?
Agreed. But I have been like leaning into my age. But sometimes when I look in the mirror and I don't have any makeup on, I think to myself, you look fucking tired. Like the bags under your eyes.
We are fucking tired, Rachel.
I know, but like it's not inspiring. Where if I look in myself and I've put on some mascara and some eyeliner and some eyeshadow and my, you know, my eyebrows, and I'll say things like, you look really good. You look pretty.
Right.
So I think about that because it's always an opportunity for me to not be hard on myself, but really kind of to the somatic thing. Think about where I'm feeling things when I say those words to myself.
Right.
Because this past week, for the past 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, one of the things I've been focusing on is I've been experiencing really interesting sensations within my body that aren't mine to hold. But I think now that they've existed, they are mine and they're trying to get out, especially in my left hip, which is my sacral chakra. And I've been focusing so much energy on doing sacral clearings and sacral meditations and giving myself Reiki because I'm still bringing out and breaking out whatever needs to come. And there's been some personal events that have taken place in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where that has been reflected back to me in a lot of ways. And it's been wild because I'm just in this place where I'm going to go through it. I'm not going to band-aid it. I'm just going to sit with it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to process it. Not to say that I won't regress in some ways, but there was this new term that I found out not too long ago, actually from Chris Corsini, where I've known about cord cutting, but he was talking about cords that become entangled and intertwined with other cords and doing like I think he called it a cord untangling exercise, which was, I haven't done it, but it's been,
Oh, we should do that.
again, this is hot month summer for me, is how do I now break it more down, because now it's not easier during the summer right now for me. It's more chaotic. And so finding that space and keeping things really calm. So one of the things that I have chosen to do is there's no camps. Nope. No camps for my kids. I'm letting them sleep in as long as they want, including myself. But I tend to get up every day around 7. So it's giving me an opportunity to have me time without having to do school lunches, getting them ready, which has been really great. And it sets me up to have success throughout the day when I can mentally plan out what I need to get done, and then allowing myself to do that list, but not holding so much pressure to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like Friday was really hard just because I overdid it. I put way too much on my plate, and I crashed and burned on Friday night.
Did you?
Not in a bad way, but like my parents came into town and I hadn't showered. I looked like a hot mess express. Like I just felt meh. I didn't feel great.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a great headspace. But we had a nice we had a nice evening, and it came back, but yeah, I put way too much pressure on myself on Friday. Too much stuff to get done.
Is there anything that you would go back and say no to without guilt?
Yes. Well, it's funny because even on Friday, while I knew I was in the throes of it, I was like, what can you let go? What do you not have to get done? And everything will still be okay. So I was in the process of doing that.
Right.
And just being, with my parents, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not like put together. I haven't had a chance to get a shower. And they were like, no, it's totally fine. I'm like, it is totally fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. So, and I waited too long. Like I'm more proactive, and I like to get stuff done sooner in the week than later in the week. But the week just kind of caught up to me.
Right.
So
I want to go back to what we were talking about in terms of, because I was thinking about the even deeper meaning behind when you're talking about not showering, not making time for yourself, that kind of stuff, right? Whether it's that you've stacked your schedule, or, I mean, some people deal with mental health issues, and that's why that they're like, I just literally can't drag myself out of bed, whatever it might be. For me, and this is a kind of a growth journey I've been on for a very long time, but now that we're doing video for the podcast, it's become even more front and center, is allowing myself to be seen. And that's something that I'm working on right now, because I was always bigger than everybody. I was 5'11". I weighed more. I had a bigger personality. Like my whole life I tried to shrink myself.
right.
Oh, I'm gonna get emotional. So it's been like really good for me.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
And I think when you're open and vulnerable and you share, not that it gives it, what was that movie where it was like, if you take away the power,
Right.
you're taking away the power that has been ingrained in you, in a
Right.
belief that
Right.
being bigger, weighing more,
Right.
diminishes your potential.
Right.
And it doesn't.
Right.
but it's still a journey.
Oh, 100%.
Because that's all you see. Now, when you stop...
Well, I mean, when you're conditioned that way.
Well, that's... Yeah, right.
For years and years and years and years and years, it's really hard to not see that. And that's where, like, me coming back to somatics and me
Yes.
grounding in my body is so important.
Yeah.
During all of this too, is
Mhm.
that it's allowing myself to feel who I am and look in the mirror and see something that's not this like monster I've conjured in my head. Right?
Yeah, no, I completely. And one of the things, I completely understand what you're saying. Let me just finish that thought.
But
I
isn't it
completely
weird?
understand what you're saying.
Like, isn't it weird that like a tiny little act of taking care of yourself can change that and
Yes.
propel the momentum in a different direction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last week when I was focusing on my sacral, I am not 5'11". I'm 5'2.5", maybe 3. I was all belly. So my pregnancies, I didn't put weight on in my arms or my legs or my ankles. I just was all belly. My hips went wide. And I still, to this day, carry a lot of extra weight in like my gut belly area, which is where you're supposed to carry it when you have babies, right? But I still hold a lot of shame around not losing the baby weight, not working out. And that area in particular, when I was laying down doing the sacral chakra, one of the downloads came through that you can let go. Like you can let go of it. And I also am in this place where I don't want any more children, but just like physically not being able to have and conceive anymore. There was so much about pregnancy that I did love in that aspect. And it was like that was coming to an end too. So I found myself like massaging my skin, massaging my belly, a lot of loose skin there, and having my thoughts, my words, loving my body instead of saying things like, this should be tight. Like having these conversations with myself as I'm touching my belly and my abs and all of that, and just allowing myself again to be present, to your point, because my body shape has changed significantly since I've had children.
Right.
And a lot of times it's hard for me to look in the mirror and accept the body shape that I have now. It's not
like that's most women.
I
right?
would agree.
Like
yeah.
I would. That's most women. And for two people here that both are very spiritual, very aligned in that know that this is our soul having a human experience and that the physical skin is literally just a vessel.
Yes.
It still creeps in.
Oh, yeah. We're human.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, there's so many women that are out there feeling the exact same way. And I think that's why I wanted to do this episode so much. I didn't know it was going to go here, but I kind of had a feeling we would talk a little bit about this. Like, I just want other people to know that, like, they're not alone.
Yeah.
In feeling uncomfortable in their own skin.
Right. Especially when you're getting in a bathing suit. And the other thing with that too is this was going back a few years, but I saw this where it was a video of a mom where she was like, I'm not going to not get in the bathing suit because of how I feel that my body looks. Because my kid doesn't give a shit how my body looks. My kid's going to remember mom playing with me in the pool, mom getting in the ocean with me in the pool. And that's really when I was also like, fuck it. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, I also have a husband, as do you, that loves my body, loves me for the real reasons. And even when I have these conversations with him where I'm just like, I'm not feeling good about myself, like I'm not feeling good in my own skin. And that's valid too. Like, don't dismiss when you're having those feelings, but have a way to, okay, I'm not feeling good in my own skin in this outfit. Is there something else I can put on that will make me feel more feminine, will make me feel okay? Right? Because again, this you taught me this, that clothes are supposed to be made to fit our bodies. Our bodies are not supposed to be made to fit clothes.
Right.
So I think this is such a good message for all different age women, for all different sizes, and even for men. Like, I think men also struggle with this too, but because our society just has this, connotation that men can't talk about their feelings or their body image, that's bullshit too.
Bullshit.
I think it's really encouraging that you get real with yourself and you have positive self-talk when it starts to happen, because it's easier to just...
That self-talk goes a long way.
Oh,
It really does. And we're modeling for our girls.
Big.
And that's the thing. Like, I harbor all of this inside, right? Because I don't want to model that for Evie. But we do have conversations about it where I'll be like, listen, I don't really particularly feel great about myself in this moment. I'm very like open with her, and we have a
Yes.
lot of conversations. And I've started to see how she's starting to realize when her emotions are affected by actually how she's feeling about herself.
Yes.
And so we're like tapping into that more.
Yeah. It's good because our girls are moving into a space that is going to be a wild fucking ride.
What do you mean? Puberty is super fun. All right, so how are you going to live out your Rachael version of Hot Mom Summer? Hot Mom Summer.
Allowing myself time to journal, to do my card pulls, to be in my garden. Also, naps, like intentional napping. Not napping out of exhaustion, but napping because it is a true form of self-care and rest. Also, I've thought about this, but we've talked about this before, but like spending money on myself is not necessarily an easy thing for me to do. But one thing that I've really wanted to look into was getting lymphatic massages, because I think it will just really help my overall health and well-being by doing some lymphatic massages. So I wanted to put that on the list. So we shall see how everything plays out. But I feel like for me, it's just about being calm and keeping things simple. I'm not a mom that feels like I have to fill every moment of my children's day with an activity.
Right.
I feel very strongly about that.
Yeah.
My kids get an hour a day on technology that they can choose. And then the rest of the time is them figuring out their own whatever it is.
Yeah.
Boredom is not a threat, and it's okay to be bored. I also really want to read. You gave me a great book and I started it, and I was real good for like the first 2 days after you gave it to me. And then, nope, I just haven't made time. So, this is a good one. This was something that I had on my list. Body scanning while you moisturize. So, I don't have a full length mirror in my house.
Are you talking about like moisturizing your whole body?
Moisturizing your whole body while touching your body.
Yeah.
I think that I've gotten much better in the last month of moisturizing my whole body, because I am really noticing that my skin is losing moisture as I age. And so like my legs will be dry and my arms will be dry, which I've never really experienced. Perimenopause. #perimenopause. So I think that's a really good one too, because the more I have a conversation with my body and these areas, these target areas of, or trigger areas of mine, then I take the power back. I take the power away from it. And honestly, I'm not even fucking around. When I was doing the meditation last week and I was like, it's okay to go, I like physically felt my body like let and release tension and stress in my abdomen, my lower abdomen.
I love that. And that's one of those things you have to keep coming back to.
Yes.
Because I've definitely had moments like that of release. And especially when it's something that's deep seated, you have to continue to go back to that and reaffirm your intention within yourself that you're going to let this go, or you're going to honor your body in a certain way.
Yes. When I was doing I had my hips, I let my hips lay open. Like I was trying
There's just so many places I could go here.
I know. Like I did a little bit of research into sacral trauma and just, what's housed there and what could potentially, and there's a lot that I'm unpacking, right? Because just life in general and some of the events that happened recently, there was one in particular woman that was taking up a lot of my energy, and I knew it wasn't her. She was reopening an old wound for me that has not been opened in a long time. I've never liked this woman, if I'm being honest, and I have absolutely no desire to like have a friendship with her or rekindle or like have her see my side of things, but it was the essence of her energy was bringing up something that has not been dealt with from my past, and I knew that. All right. Well, what about you? You didn't answer the question. So I reverse it, flip it down and reverse it. How are you?
How am I going to hot mom summer?
How are you going to hot mom summer, Krystyn?
The biggest thing that I'm focusing on is tapping into my lightness, and not just my light, like here up in this, like, chakra area, but my lightness in terms of like levity as a person, because life has been very heavy for us, more so than I would like it to be, and more so than is like my vibe or Charlie's vibe. So tapping into that levity and like infusing that into like everything that we do. Also, my affirmation of recently has been, this is not mine to carry. So instead of holding heaviness for other people, having my own affirmation that allows me to let it go, but I can still, hold space in the moment or have respect for what's happening, what have you, but I don't have to carry it with me. So those are kind of some of the spiritual things that I'm working on, or personal growth points. Reading, for sure. Evie and I went to the library a couple of weeks ago, and we both got out 2 books. And I was like, I'm just going to get out books that I don't actually know what I'm reading. So I was like, one was like an influencer recommended or something. And the other one was we were walking out and it was just right there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I read both of them. And the first one was, it was kind of dark in a way, because this girl has a dream and she's like 5 years in the future, and she's in this apartment and she's now engaged to somebody else, even though she has like, a person that she's engaged to in real life. And basically she's living this entirely different life 5 years in the future. And then her best friend starts dating a new guy, and the guy that's in her dream is this guy, which is very weird. But really, it was a story about friendship because, spoiler, her friend ends up dying of ovarian cancer. And I was just like, there's so many emotions. So it was like a harder book to read. And then the other one was like some sort of weird romance about a lobster fisherman. I was like,
oh, two ends of the spectrum.
Holy
moly.
This is bad.
I had
no smut.
No smut.
Not till the end. Then weirdly at the very end there was smut in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I had a wild dream Friday night into Saturday night.
Was it about a slutty lobsterman?
No, but it was about like a futuristic play.
Oh.
That happened in my life, and it wasn't good.
Okay.
And it kept me up for at least an hour. Like,
are you gonna elaborate or no?
I was in a car that I have never driven before, and I was being pulled over for doing something, like traffic violation of some sort. Like I didn't have a turn signal on or something like that. And in my dream, they arrested me, and they were like, let's hope you're not difficult like you were last time. And I was like, last time? I was like, I've never been arrested. And they're like, in Paris. And I was like, what the fuck? And then in my dream, I had a flashback to me getting detained in the airport where they were going through my bags. And I was like flustered and frustrated. And I couldn't, like, they weren't speaking English and I wasn't speaking French. And it was this whole thing, which never happened. But in my dream, this was a flashback that I had. And I was like, oh my God, like that was literally 20 years ago. How could I still be the same person? And they were like fingerprinting me, and they're like, listen, we're going to have to get the FBI involved. And I'm like, for what? And in my brain, I'm like, God, this car, really, what did I do? Like this traffic violation. But then they were accusing me of doing all of these things that I've never done. And I woke, like in my dream, I was having this like my life's going to be taken away from me. Everything's changed. How am I going to see my kids? Like, what is actually happening? It was like actually, I just got the download that it wasn't for me. It was for the collective. I think a lot of people are feeling this right now where rights and things are being taken away from them inhumanely.
Right.
So, but it fucked me up enough that I was up for an hour and a half.
Right.
And I also I shit my pants like 3 times. I actually just pooped in the toilet, but it was like making me physically sick. So not that
I
you
shit
guys,
my pants. Just kidding. I pooped in the toilet.
I did not actually shit myself in the bed. I got
Why?
out.
Why do we have to bring it back to poop?
We could
Rach?
just say I had to physically expel
you
from
could
my
have said
body.
that, but you said I shit my pants.
Well, you know, I'm just
a choice was
we
made.
all know that today has not been my friend when it comes to words. I mean, at the beginning of the podcast, you were like, "What are you actually fucking trying to say?" None of your thoughts are coming. We can have fun editing this, Kira, but like basically, the dream fucked me up for a while, and then I had physical shit too. Like, I know, I cannot bring it.
You just got the eyes from Shane.
Bless it all.
There's no analogy there. I shit my pants, not for real. Why? That's not a figure of speech.
I know, but I didn't want you guys to think I actually pooped in my pants.
You said 3 times.
Well,
Shit myself 3 times.
And then immediately, comma, not really.
I don't know. Maybe we should just leave it in, and people will think it actually happened.
I like that the all better was, don't worry, this will be fun to edit. That doesn't fix anything.
It doesn't.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, you'll have fun.
Well, we know how she's gonna live out her hot girl summer.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh man. Listen, I think the way that I'm living this out is just let it be messy. Let it be what it is. What fucking hell.
I'm just going to let you wrap this podcast up because I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
You might just shit yourself again.
Just all the things.
Okay. Let it be messy. Let it be whatever it's going to be, but love yourself in spite of it all.
I feel like we shouldn't end it with let it be messy right after I talked about pooping my pants. Like, no, that is not the message.
No, that's exactly how. You know what? If you shit your pants, just let it be messy. Fuck, Rach.
My message there was,
what's that fucking download?
just let it out. That's a nice way of saying it.
Yep.
Because we're just going to not be able to move on from this.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, goodbye now.
Bye.
Hot Mom Summer.
Super sexy.
Hashtag Hot Mom Summer. Oh, bless.